It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Wednesday morning. I'm going to start the show with the word of the day. Just why not?
Okay.
And the word of the day is Backpfeifengesicht. It's German, and it means a face that begs to be slapped.
Oh.
Timothy Chalamet.
Backpfeifengesicht.
Is this
damn
directed at
straight? Just
directed
throwing it
at
out
anyone?
there.
Okay.
I'm just saying we need better words in English. We need a word that says that guy needs a slap. And in German, they say, "Oh, you mean that Backpfeifengesicht?" I agree. So, I'm just saying we're not number one at everything. That's all I'm getting at. All right, it is Wednesday. Let's get into it. Paul Fletcher, I'm feeling Minnesota. How about some headlines, my friend?
All right. An East Bethel elementary school bus caught fire yesterday during the after-school drop-off route, right in the middle of a neighborhood. Luckily, one of the moms of a kid on the bus noticed the fire before it got out of control. Carrie Thorpe ran to the bus from her front porch. All of the kids and drivers got off safely, and we've got a little clip from her.
It was scary, but I think, like I said, I just had so much adrenaline going that at that time I was just worried about getting everybody off.
Have you two seen the video of this?
I just saw it.
It's freaking nuts. Like
It
the
is.
entire front of the bus is engulfed in flames.
It looks like one of those videos you see where, like a fireman demonstration video where look how fast a house can go up in flames.
Yes.
Well, look how fast a school bus can go up. It's shocking.
In fact, it is quite shocking.
Yeah.
And I put up an 8-second clip on our Instagram and our Facebook at 92KQRS, and there's a link to the full story if you want to see it, because it is pretty crazy.
Yeah, totally.
Luckily that everybody's all right.
Yep.
Former Today anchor Brian Gumbel was hospitalized Monday for a medical emergency. TMZ reports that first responders used a gurney to take Gumbel from a Manhattan building and took him to a nearby hospital. It's believed that he is still at the hospital. A family member says he's going to be okay, but didn't want to reveal any other information.
And now let's talk about Michael Jordan. That's my one time and last time ever Bryant Gumbel impersonation.
But a pro, man. Just so good.
Spectacular.
Is it okay if just for a moment we feel Chicago in Minnesota?
Let it rip, man.
Giordano's, amazing Chicago deep dish pizza chain, is about to open a new location at Mall of America.
Okay.
I mean, the downside is you have to go to Mall of America.
Sure.
But you'll be able to find the pies on the third floor by Bubblegum Shrimp, Rainforest Cafe, etc. And this is their second location. The other is in Richfield. They had one in Uptown. It closed during the pandemic, but Richfield's still there.
The Bubblegum Shrimp Company is still open?
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah.
This will help balance the deck, as they say.
God, pizza's so good.
And of course, I feel the need to
Giordano's.
mention that Chicago pizza is not pizza, but it's still great.
Right.
Do you call it tomato pie?
I just call it that stuff they call pizza in Chicago, but I don't know what to call it.
It's freaking tasty. I love it.
Really
And
good.
I'm good with this as long as we don't have to root for Ben Johnson and the Bears.
Oh, no,
So,
never
here we
a
go.
chance.
No, that's fair.
I'm always, and I'm always happy when I can say, I just had one slice.
Yeah.
Because when someone goes for the second slice of that, you look at them and go, dude, you got a problem.
Yeah, that's like one is like three.
Yep.
Iraq Avelli, O.J. Simpson's former bodyguard, claims to have an audio recording of the late football star confessing to the 1994 murders.
This is a weird one.
Also known as something we already all know.
Really?
Avelli, 58, claims that Bloomington police had a thumb drive that contained the confession recording. Investigators say they never found it. The thumb drive was one of 6 seized as evidence in an assault investigation involving Avelli in 2022.
Bloomington, Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
It is. It really is nuts. And it's like, my thing is like, if you have this, where's it been all these decades? Like, come on,
man.
really
no
know.
kidding.
And what were the circumstances that they got it? I'm confused on that, too.
Yeah, it's all very murky.
You said O.J. Simpson. This was a guy who was his bodyguard.
Yeah.
And he's 58 now. Mm-hmm. So all right. Just making sure I'm hearing this correctly.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you're talking like a guy that was like, probably 23, something like that
If
when this went down.
If it was back then, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, hopefully it's murky right now. Hopefully we'll get more information on this, but it's interesting, that's for sure. Billy Idol's song White Wedding was inspired by the concept of a shotgun wedding, with the idea of his sister being pregnant at her wedding sparking the darker theme of the song. Idol, he's opened up on some stuff on this that I didn't know about. He explained that the song reflects his own career restart at the time, adding a personal touch to the lyrics. The taboo nature of getting pregnant out of wedlock in the past was another significant inspiration for the song's themes. Idol hinted at some incestuous undertones in the song as well, suggesting a complex and unconventional character.
Wow. Because, there's at least one person out there who's been like, if I don't find out what was really going on behind the writing of White Wedding, I'm going to lose it.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, Bill, coming clean after all these years.
The shotgun wedding thing's pretty obvious. If you listen to the song even a little bit,
I think
we're
so.
going too deep once we get into incest.
Yeah, the
Reading
shotgun
too
weddings
much into
were.
it, even if we're Billy Idol.
Keep Your Hands to Yourself, another shotgun wedding hit song from the 80s. There was people were thinking a lot about things back then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Jerry Cantrell, Nancy Wilson, and Mick Fleetwood have been added to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Okay.
No stipulation or specification, let's say that, on what exactly they'll be doing. But it'll take place at Peacock Theater in L.A. November 8th, in case you want to watch. Reminder, Soundgarden, White Stripes, Bad Company among those going in this year.
Mick Fleetwood will be simply looming. He'll be standing much taller than everyone else, looming over the event. That's what he's there for.
Do you know what his height is?
He's about 6'8".
Holy
way. Really?
I think so. I met him and he was way taller than me.
You?
Wow. Not even a. I think I could. No, if it had been on a basketball court, I'd be looking around for someone else to guard him.
Right.
Yeah, he's huge.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah.
Sometimes those people look big and then they're not as big. You know what I mean? He's actually that big.
And he's got the advantage, which, as I have over the years, because you're mostly sitting down, everyone's like, I can't believe how tall you are. I'm like, well, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I think he's listed at 6'6", but I'm telling you, he did the Kevin Durant. Don't call me 7 feet tall. I'm 6'10".
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be known as the 6'8" drummer, and I don't blame him.
Right. A young lady has a gas service message for all of us.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but please start carrying gloves when you are going to the gas station. I was at a gas station not long ago, and I witnessed with my own 2 eyes a man at the pump in front of me reaching into his pants and aggressively scratching his and using that same hand to grab the pump to put it back. Ever since I saw that, I've never been the same.
Okay, honey, relax, because that man's touched a lot more than just a gas pump, as has everyone else in this world.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what took you, if it took you seeing a man scratch his deek to then realize, oh, other people touch the same things I touch, you haven't been paying attention.
At the same time, though, she does specify he goes in his pants.
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah.
That's just gross.
Well, I mean, if she didn't say that, you'd be thinking, what? He just scratched over the top of the jeans. What's the big deal? So she had to make sure that you knew there was skin-on-skin contact.
Yeah, that's fun.
Boy.
Yeah, there's something they call the hand scrote. Okay, let's talk sports, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
The NBA did kick off last night. Your defending champion Thunder beat the Houston Rockets in double OT.
Wow.
125-124. Kevin Durant, 62 years old, playing for the Rockets, still just a walking bucket, by the way.
Yeah.
And the Warriors beat the Lakers by 10. Luka Doncic, with his new svelte Los Angeles beach-ready body, had 43 points. If he stays fit, it's going to be a problem for a long time. Yeah, the last thing we needed was that guy to stop drinking beer. The Wolves tonight, as we said, Portland, 9 p.m. I will stay up way too late to watch this game.
Yikes.
Speaking of the Timberwolves, as if Anthony Edwards couldn't be more charming and more just likable and just, oh my God, I want to hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
You may remember last month he had the Believe That Awards.
Yeah.
Or a couple weeks ago, he had his own YouTube live stream where he's just handing out awards to people.
Yeah.
He gave Timothy Chalamet Best White Boy Award.
Sure.
White Boy of the Year, I should say. Sorry. Well, he had another one where he added what he called the Legacy Award, the Anthony Edwards Legacy Award, and he gave it to his favorite actress ever from his favorite film ever. And if you have been paying attention, there's never been a secret. My man's favorite film, 1996's Matilda. And he had...
This is a special moment for me. Of course, I had to get a first Believe That Legacy Award to my favorite actress, Matilda. That goes by Miss Mara Wilson. Congratulations. I'm a big fan of yours, so keep going.
Hello. What's happening? I'm your biggest fan.
So
I am
here.
your biggest fan. That's all I got to say.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. This is crazy.
And he doesn't even call her by her name, Mara Wilson.
No,
He's like,
just
her
gonna say
name
that.
is Matilda.
She's Matilda.
She has an also known as.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
So
she's now grown up, and she's still Matilda.
Yeah.
And she still is great. He a couple years ago in an interview, he said that's his favorite movie because women are powerful, and Matilda was such a powerful little girl at such a young age. What?
Right? This is nuts.
Dude is just awesome.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely gotta love that.
his childlike behavior, his ability to hold on to his innocence in a certain way is just awesome.
J.J. McCarthy went through a workout on Tuesday, and it was determined he's, quote, not there yet. So we're going to L.A. to play the Chargers, and we have Carson Wentz starting and Max Brosmer as the backup. McCarthy is the emergency third quarterback yet again. The team is very clearly still looking at everything as long-term. We're not rushing this guy back. O'Connell very famously says more often than not, teams fail quarterbacks more than quarterbacks fail teams. He is looking at a very long-term development for J.J. McCarthy. Look, I'm frustrated. You're frustrated. We're all frustrated. I do know one thing, and I have to remind myself of this like once a week, every year. Every dude in that locker room, JJ and Carson Wentz included especially, they've worked harder to be there than I've worked at anything in my life.
Yep.
Sure.
And that goes for all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, like those guys, 53 guys in that locker room, and any one of them is like a one snap away from their career ending. They're working hard.
Yep.
They're doing their best.
That's true.
Let's remember that, except on Thursday night when I cuss them out.
Yeah, well, can we give Brosmer a shot just for fun?
I would love that. You know me. I want McCarthy and Carson Wentz to get Wally pipped for Max Brosmer. Bring him in. Let him run the next decade of championship football right out of the U. That'd be fantastic.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Happy Wednesday. Let's talk about crappy movies, shall we?
Okay.
Game on.
There's a Rotten Tomatoes is the website you can go and you can rate a movie and review it. They have two listings. There's the Popcornometer, which is everyone's rating, and then they just have the critics rating.
Sure.
Right.
And almost always the critics rating is a little lower number than the average pundit. I mean, than the average moviegoer. You know, we have less. We're not as picky as the critics.
Yeah,
that's their job.
Yeah.
So you know, on the popcorn side, you usually see a higher number, but then again, every now and again, you'll see one that's totally the critics love it, and everyone's like, I don't even know what just happened. You know, my son just watched Magnolia, the Paul Thomas Anderson film from '99, not 2000, whatever. And he's like, so what do you think? I said, well, I saw it when it came out. I've never seen it since. I've never wanted to see it since. I think it was probably amazing, but I just don't want to revisit it. And he goes, yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay.
So, but critics love it, and everyone else is like, I don't understand the frogs. I mean, it's just one of those things. You never know.
Yep.
But here's the thing I'm getting at. We all have movies that we know this is terrible, and yet we just keep watching. We just love them.
1,000%.
So many of these. But if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, there are a few movies that are in the single digits of approval across the board. Even some have a 0 ranking, if you can imagine.
Unreal.
There's a movie called $1 Million Mystery from 1987, 0 ranking. Anybody ever heard of this?
No.
This is what I can tell you about it. Tom Bosley, also known as Howard Cunningham,
okay.
hardware man from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yes.
Happy days, Mr. Cunningham. Tom Bosley dies he's in a diner and he's eating a bowl of chili and he dies. So that right there, I'm out because chili is life, and so no one dies eating chili. If anything, chili's going to keep you going until the paramedics get there.
It's not very realistic.
But as he's eating his chili and taking his final breaths, he utters a clue to where $4 million can be found. He stashed it somewhere in Arizona. And then what follows is obviously the hijinks of people trying to track down this money. Also known as a ripoff of It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, apparently.
Sure. Okay.
But apparently, this movie on Rotten Tomatoes has a 0% rating.
Oh, damn.
This must be incredible.
It must. I've never seen a movie get a 0.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be really, really bad. It does have a 39% with fans. 0 with critics.
Okay, but that's but
that's still
even
bad.
39% is pretty bad. I mean, if you can't get a soft spot in your heart for Tom Bosley,
yeah,
man, that's got to be a bad movie.
Yeah, that's brutal.
But so there's a few of these. I'm looking at this list, like the lowest rated movies. I've never seen any of them. But like, what's a movie that comes to mind? Do you have one, like, right away? Like, objectively, this movie's ridiculous, but if it's on, you're going to start watching.
Face Off. Nicolas Cage.
Oh, good one.
And John Travolta.
It's
literally swap faces.
Yeah.
How did that do on Rotten Tomatoes? Because I feel like it might be one that's so bad it's good.
Oh, I gotta think it's got high approval.
And then people give it the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It's actually really high.
Is it really high?
Yeah.
Sure, but
it's terrible.
No, that's a movie. As you watch it, you can hear parts of your brain dying.
Absolutely.
You don't feel it. You hear it. It's like,
really, those Nicolas Cage movies.
All of them.
Right?
That whole
The
run.
Rock.
Hilariously terrible.
Con Air.
Con
Con
Air's a bad movie?
Oh,
yeah, those are all bad.
You know what? Anytime it's on, and it's not that often, but over the years, this is a movie that I saw it, and I will admit I saw this for some reason in the theater. I must have been on tour and been really bored somewhere.
Yeah.
But because I am a Hackman guy, the gentleman's gentleman, Gene Hackman. I've always said I'll watch him in anything, and I proved it by going to see Behind Enemy Lines with Owen Wilson.
Oh, wow.
Remember that one?
Yeah. Owen Wilson was the one behind Enemy Lines, right?
Owen Wilson's a fighter pilot, like on an aircraft carrier, and he's the typical, he's fighting with his superiors, and they just can't control him, and he finally gets a mission, and he leaves, he gets going, he and his guy, they're in their F-30, 35, F-39, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, that.
Finally gets a green light. He's flying over Bosnia, and it somehow uncovers genocide, a cover-up of a genocide.
Right.
They shoot him down, and then Hackman has to go send a rescue team, but they don't want him to be rescued, and it's just the dumbest thing ever. And I was watching the whole thing. When it ended, I was like, that's the worst movie I've ever loved in my life, because it's just got Hackman being, they're all against him. And anytime it comes on, I will watch it. And the more I see it, the worse and more implausible and stupid it gets. And there I am, just staring at the TV.
That.
And Rosemary's literally like, look, I know you liked him in Bottle Rocket, but turn that movie off. And I'm like, it's not Owen Wilson, it's Gene Hackman. Come on.
Right. I've got one more for the hockey people.
Yeah.
Mystery Alaska. Are you familiar with this, either of you?
Yeah, I know of it.
I've
so
heard the title.
You got Russell Crowe, Burt Reynolds, Hank Azaria, Mary McCormick. It really could be. It's a tiny town in Alaska where they get together, the townsfolk get together and have a hockey game.
Yeah.
And all the people come and watch. It's a big deal. It's what makes the little town go round. It really could be any small town in Minnesota.
Got it.
And it, like the hockey's terrible because Russell Crowe is Australian and they don't play much hockey down there.
That's true.
You don't say.
Some of the acting's pretty bad. Well, anyway, they bring in the world famous New York Rangers for a game in Mystery Alaska. It's improbable. It's silly.
Well, sure.
It's redonkulous. But I can't not watch it. It does have some decent, like Mike Myers has a cameo in it that's pretty hilarious. But outside of that, it's pretty awful.
Hit us up on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking text line. What's the worst movie you will still sit there and watch? Yes, Paul.
We already got one from Barb. Waterworld or The Postman? I'm a sucker for Kevin.
Oh, well, sure. Waterworld wasn't as bad. It was just going over budget. Everyone overreacted.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Dude.
It's not good, but it's not like it's
awful.
It's not.
I mean, it's not Avatar bad, but it's bad.
Awful movies that we still watch and still enjoy. So very many to choose from on the text line, 651-989-ROCK.
So Jill says Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band with the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton, no speaking parts other than George Burns narrating.
Unbearable. And let me tell you how bad that movie is. Okay, it came out in, say, 78, maybe 79, so I'm 13 or 14. My first love in the world of music was the Bee Gees.
Yes.
My second was the Beatles, okay? I had a Bee Gees for a few months at 5 years old, 6 years old. Then my brother, so sick of listening to the Bee Gees records I would play all day, handed me some Beatles records, and then it was game over. But those are my first two bands.
Okay. Brother that did that is my favorite brother of yours.
That's Tom. He's in Colorado. I'll let him know you care.
Thanks.
This is just to give you an idea. So I'm 13 years old. I love the Bee Gees, and I absolutely worship the Beatles. And this is a movie where the Bee Gees are singing Beatles songs.
Perfect.
And I was sitting in it in real time going, this is the worst piece of crap movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, no.
That movie is exactly, if you're curious, if cocaine could make a movie, what would it be? It's that movie. Because a whole bunch of high people in the 70s all thought that was a great idea.
Wow.
It's unbearable.
And it must have hurt you deeply.
Oh, it was devastating. Thank God Earth, Wind, and Fire showed up to save the thing at the end with Got to Get You Into My Life.
Fair enough. Tracy said Napoleon Dynamite. That's not bad.
Ooh, I wonder how that did on Rotten Tomatoes.
Watched it once, didn't laugh one time.
Really?
Yeah, just literally went right past. I was like, I just don't care. This is not my kind of thing. I just did not care.
I think it might be like Catcher in the Rye. You have to consume it at the correct age in order to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. We also got one. It got a 72%, so we're not. Totally
I know.
crazy.
There are plenty of people whose taste and opinions I respect and appreciate that love that movie, and I'm just saying, like, whatever.
Okay, I'm not trying to be.
That guy?
I'm not trying to be hard on people, but I think we're missing the drill here because somebody just said Fargo. That's not bad. That's not a bad movie.
It's a tremendous movie.
And I'm sure it did really good on Rotten Tomatoes.
I bet. And I would imagine that people in the state of Minnesota felt a little I know for a fact. I've talked to people who are like, well, they overdid the accent. Like, yeah, it's Hollywood. It's called a movie.
Yeah,
incredibly controversial at the time it came out. It was the only thing people in town were talking about.
I'm sure.
Regarding this movie was, we don't talk like that.
92%, by the way.
Got news for you. Yeah, you do. Not in the cities, of course.
Right.
But like every city in America, go 10 miles in any direction, and the accent is way thicker.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. My dad's side of the family, go up north, it's ridiculous.
Saw that movie the weekend it opened.
Yeah.
I happened to be in New York City. And because this was the 90s and life made sense, I didn't even know there was a Coen Brothers movie coming out that weekend. Because how would you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Woke up on a Sunday morning, opened the New York Times in a hotel room, Fargo, full page ad with all the 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars. And I was like, oh my God, babe, the the Coen Brothers have a new movie, and there's an 11 a.m. showing. It might have even been 10:30 a.m. That's how cool New York was in the 90s. And we were like, let's go. And we run to the theater, and we walk in having no idea what we're about to see. And when that movie ended, it was stone cold silence in the theater. And then everyone sat through the entire closing credits and then stood up and applauded and everyone was so blown away.
Wow.
It's just like, what on earth did we just see? And within a few minutes, the accents are funny at first, and then you just don't care.
Right.
But of course, Minnesotans were a little tender, a little sensitive.
I got uppity about it.
You're just poking my bruise.
Our guy Serpico honestly never disappoints.
Yeah.
Cool as Ice, starring Vanilla Ice.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh.
I don't either, but I looked it up, and it's 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. He said, horribly bad, but fun to watch. Serpico, man, that dude brings it every time.
That's 3% more than I would give Vanilla Ice for anything, but hey, I get it. 651-989 Rock, keep them coming.
92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning on Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Rock the Casbah. It's a word I've always liked. Casbah. The Casbah, that's a citadel of a North African city.
Oh, yeah.
That's where that goes back to. So, it's kind of a cool word. And, of course, the Clash could get away with saying stuff like that because you're like, they're worldly people. They know all these things.
They're the Clash.
Yes.
I still come across words that I really enjoy. Somehow, you think, how have I never heard that word before? When I was a kid, there was 2 that I remember very clearly as a young person hearing the first time someone said the word ambiguous. I was like, wait, what? They said, it was ambiguous.
It's fun to say.
Couldn't. And I was like, ambiguous. What a great word.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, I wrote that on the outside of my notebook in a font thinking that's a good band name because I was already doing that.
It is a good band name.
Ambiguous.
Oh,
How old were you?
Oh, probably 7 or 8.
Already thinking about bands.
Nice. Always.
Have you ever used it as a band name?
No, I never
Because I know
have.
you used a lot of them.
No, I never have. The other word I liked, I never thought of it in terms of a band name, but I was surprised I'd never heard this word. I was like 12, uvula. You know that thing that dangles in your throat,
Right.
the uvula?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait,
Ball
there's a word for that? I couldn't believe it. But I was like, good word, man.
Maybe one of the few words that doesn't work as a band name.
It does not work as a band
I
name.
don't think it does, yeah.
Try a little harder.
But I remember being very bumfuzzled by that word because I was
Just
like,
say
I
that-
can't believe I've
no.
ever bumfuzzle.
Did you just Shakespeare make that thing up?
I did not.
Bumfuzzled?
I did not.
Really?
As much as I would love to take credit for it. No, bumfuzzle it's actually a verb meaning to confuse, perplex, or fluster.
Okay.
You know,
It fits.
That fits.
we were talking about things that were over my head. I was just bumfuzzled the whole time.
Yeah, that makes sense. That word,
The more you think of it, you're like, no, I get that.
Yeah.
Bumfuzzled.
Yeah.
And it does sound fake because it's so dead on the money.
It sounds like a made-up word.
dude,
I mean,
you
they're
look-
all made up, but...
You look bumfuzzled.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, good one.
I don't know why, but I feel like this was made up by a person with curly hair.
Okay.
Bumfuzzle.
I see that.
Like, that's what pops into my head.
I get that.
All right.
Another word, and by the way, I come across these every now and again and remind myself, I love that word, and I never use it. Another one I'm a big fan of, wabbit. Now, I'm not talking...
That's the
Elmer
Elmer
Fudd.
Fudd.
I'm not talking Elmer Fudd.
No?
But it is spelled, it's W Abbott as opposed to R Rabbit. W-A-B-B-I-T. Wabbit means you're weary or exhausted. It's from Scottish, but it's still in use in parts of the world. Wabbit. I was totally wabbit after the day I spent.
Oh, man,
You know?
I was going the other direction with that one, because it's so close to rabbit. I was going with, being feisty and crazy.
Well, no, if you hunt rabbits all day, you find yourself wabbit.
Yes.
You know, that's
Okay.
kind of, you feel.
All
I was
right.
feeling wabbit.
I mean, it really is tied to Elmer Fudd in a way, I think.
well,
probably.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, for
hunting
sure.
wabbits. But it's I don't know. I get a kick out of words. I just always have you throw them around in your head, Paul.
For me, when I was a kid, I always went to... My mom grew up on a dairy farm, and I would always go spend a week with Grandma and Grandpa during the summer.
Yeah.
And the first time I heard the word irrigation,
Okay.
again, around the same age as you, probably 7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
somewhere in there, because it was just a sprinkler to me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But Grandpa's
Sure.
like, no, that's an irrigation system.
Oh, yeah.
Paul. And so, that was irrigation. Was
I
good
had
to
the
me.
thing going at a young age, which is really, I don't know where this came from, but I remember being like, how have I never heard that? Like a 7-year-old would know all this already.
Sure.
Like, wait a minute, you guys have been holding out, I didn't feel dumb, I felt offended. Like, how has no one ever told me this word before?
Right.
It's a good word. I'm supposed to know all these words. Harry S. Truman in 1952, talking about a political opponent, and he referred to one of them as a snollygoster. Snollygoster. That is an old insult for a shrewd and unprincipled person. Shrewd and unprincipled, and Harry S. Truman, as the president of the United States, used it in an interview.
In an interview.
These
okay,
old
so
snollygosters.
not in front of his opponents.
Not in front of his
He wouldn't
opponent,
dare.
but
He
about an
wouldn't dare.
opponent.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't dare use that in front of
Good words that are actually real. If you got any on your mind, 651-989-ROCK, that would be your Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line.
We got one. Behoove.
Oh, sure. I've always
Good
liked,
one?
yeah, no. It would behoove you to use that a little more often in conversation.
For sure.
Joe from Columbia Heights is on the horn. Joe, what do you got for us, brother?
Hey, I got a word for you that you being a Southern gentleman, you should have heard a few times in your years.
Lay it on
The
me.
word is called upscuttle. Two people in a disagreement. They're in an upscuttle.
An upscuttle.
An upscuttle.
I'm going to
Do you know
come
that one,
clean
Steve?
right now. I've never heard
Oh,
that
really?
word.
Okay.
Wow, I love it. It sounds exactly like a good Southern word for a throwdown, an upscuttle.
Yeah, I was raised in Texas, and I was hearing people say, "Damn it, Jim and Bob are over in an upscuttle right now."
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
Of course they are.
I think they're not.
No, that's fantastic. Thank you for that. I will fold that in. That's a good one, upscuttle.
It brought me up north for a second, too.
Did it?
Yes.
It reminds me of the first time I heard someone talk about someone else who was drunk, and he said, "Oh man, look at him. He's tore slap up." Tore slap up. And I was like, that's a good one.
Is that hyphenated?
I think you can only be tore slap up if you are Southern.
Yes. Yeah,
Anybody
I'm
can
sure.
be drunk, but only a Southerner can be tore slap up.
Yeah, that's moonshine driven.
That's exactly what that is. And having been there myself, Yeah, it happens. 651-989-ROCK is 989-ROCK is the text line.
Weird Word Wednesday. That's got a nice ring to it. It's not super easy to say, but nice submission. Yeah, I like that. Pulchritude.
Pulchritude,
which is physical beauty.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that at all. You'd think you'd be like, oh, that poor girl's got a pulchritude on her cheek, but no, it doesn't mean a growth. It's actual just physical beauty. That's right.
Flummoxed. That's another good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Always been a fan of the word entropy. ENTROPY. There's a like in physics, it's about like it's a thermodynamic something about energy not being able to be applied to a mechanical operation of something. It also can mean the lack of order or predictability, as in a gradual decline into disorder. And so that's a good entropy. It's just one of those. It's a word that no matter how it's used, it doesn't mean we're all having fun.
Okay.
That's right.
There's a general sense of entropy crept into the room. You need to get into a different room if that happens.
Noted.
But I'm feeling like a winner today because I have come away with upscuttle. I can't see, that's another word. How did no one ever tell me that word? I'm offended. But now I got it.
Joe's got your back.
Thank you, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
One more text. Christine, our buddy Christine. Yep. Best words: clandestine.
Sure.
Oh,
and
that's
she uses
a good one.
She uses it in a sentence. In a clandestine operation, we stole a construction cone from the school carpool lane this morning. No, really, we did.
Oh no, you
There's
don't have
the cone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We don't need proof from Christine. We know her word is gold on that. This is the she of the salt shaker replacement
salt
theory.
and pepper. Yeah.
Spectacular stuff. Keep them coming in. Goodness gracious, the text messages are flying in. Fletcher, give me some.
Marley in St. Paul.
Marley.
I think it's a different Marley.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, my Marley's in Virginia, so okay.
There you go. Defenestration.
Ooh,
I love that word.
That's throwing somebody out of a window, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, and it was also a great rock band in the 80s from Norman, Oklahoma. Look them up, Defenestration. They had a good, I know of at least one really cool album they made.
Okay.
My roommate Randy turned me on to them, and I didn't see them. They came to Atlanta, and I didn't see it. Defenestration, great name.
Mm-hmm.
Great word, I should say.
You know what? I pumped his tires earlier, and you'd think he'd maybe drop the ball, but Serpico coming in strong again with blatherskite.
Blatherskite. Okay.
I'm gonna need a definition on that one.
Yeah,
do we know what it is?
Yeah, use the Google. I'm deep into the texts.
Blatherskite, a person who talks at great length without making much sense. Okay, mirror. Thanks for that. Jeez. Serpico calling me out right here on the. I know where that one was going.
Throwing some shade there.
Man.
Mark hit us up with sesquipedalian, which is a person who uses long words.
Yes, sesquipedalian.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I like that.
Great.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah, no, this is great. Keep them coming. Hey, we got our buddy Ben KATZNER from the 10,000 Laughs Comedy Festival, a very, very funny gentleman. Coming, he's on his way right now. He'll be in studio with us. Give us about 5 minutes and 2 songs.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
We are right around the corner, as in starting tomorrow is the 10,000 Laughs Comedy Festival, which is going on for, I believe it's 13th year. And Ben KATZNER is joining us in the studio to discuss. Ben, good to see you again.
Hello. They said I would never be back, but look at me.
Man, yeah, they say all kinds of things, and we ignore them.
Yeah, you can't listen to they at all. Also, I'm calling you Shaq from now on. Shaq
Please.
KATZNER.
Yeah, that's my Instagram
That's his
handle.
IG, and it's fantastic.
Fair enough. So as I just said, this is correct, right? The 13th time the 10,000 Laughs Comedy Festival has launched.
That's right. Give or take a COVID year or two or something in there. So yeah, we're out here. We're doing it. I'm trying to make it to year 15. That's where I'm trying to go for myself personally.
Okay.
And then I think I turn into like dust or something. I don't know what happens to me, but
whatever it takes.
Don't do that.
You're gonna get there. It's I find that the journey's often most fun when you aren't really worried about where it's going.
That is profound. I wasn't ready for that kind of philosophy this morning.
I had coffee 5 hours ago, man. Come on, you're way behind.
I got to start getting in on caffeine. That was the most enlightened thing I've heard in 30 years.
When you do it the way we do it, by 10 o'clock you're already napping. It's a great system.
I really like that. I like that a lot.
Ben, there's some big names on this festival. Well, first things first, this thing takes place at a bunch of spots all over town, correct?
So many different spots. We've got Sisyphus. We've got the Granada Theater in Uptown. We've got the Pantages Theater theater.
Nice.
The only place it doesn't take place at anymore is the Comedy Corner Underground, which is closed.
Right.
So if you like that venue and you liked what we were doing with the fest or the shows before, this is the best way to come out and support. Come let people know that you still support live comedy. Come check us out. We have a website where you can check out all of the venues and everything. There's so much going on over the course of 3 days.
10,000laughs.com, and that's one followed by 4 zeros. It's not spelled out like TEN. 10,000, and then laughs.com is the website. And just looking at the very top of the list here, a couple of big names. Hannibal Buress, who is a fantastic comic.
Incredible. One of the best. One of the reasons I got into comedy is because of watching Hannibal.
Really?
So excited to have him on the fest. Yeah.
And then Leslie Jones, who I've never seen do stand-up, but my God, is that a funny woman.
Absolute powerhouse.
Yeah.
I had actually just a couple months ago, I was reading her, or listening to her audiobook.
Okay.
And the best. I'm so excited to see her.
Yeah.
And this huge stage with all these people. It's going to be incredible. Get your tickets down for that one for sure.
She was great doing the Olympic coverage. She was on Saturday Night Live, if anybody's trying to place that name, Leslie Jones. And when she was covering Olympic stuff in Paris a couple years ago, she just killed it. So funny.
Being an Olympic athlete is like a high enough honor, right? But then imagine Leslie Jones is commenting on you as you're doing bobsled or whatever. Oh, it's so cool.
Let's talk about this. You're bringing in a ton of comics. I mean, what is the number? Do you know how many people are performing across these days and clubs?
Yeah, I was just looking a little bit earlier today. I think it's around 60 plus comedians if we count like some drop-ins. We got nationals, we got locals, we got headliners, we got everybody. I mean, honestly, if your grandma's told the funny joke, she's probably going to be on the show. We need as many comedians as possible. So,
generally speaking, the behind the scenes world of comedy, it's competitive, but not in a trying to beat the other guy. It's raising the bar. It's like a Jenga tower.
Yeah.
I've spent a little time, I mean, literally a little, but enough in rooms full of comics to see everyone's just trying to one up the next guy in a what I would call a very healthy competitive way.
Yeah, I think stuff like this, where you have all these people coming in, it is that healthy competition. It's just like, what can we get away with? How funny is this person? You're that funny? I want to be even funnier. It's such a good environment. I will say comics are annoying, and we can be. So if you're in a room full of comedians and you survived, I'm so glad that you're here. Okay?
I told the story before, but I was just at an event, and I ended up in the green room, and it was me and like 7 really, really top shelf guys.
Yeah.
And I walked in as they were already just on a tear, because it's nonstop. You're constantly thinking. You can't turn it off. The idea you're looking for another bit, you're looking for another story that will lead to another story, and when you get together, it's like 1 + 1 = 3. So 7 + 7 = 37. Just the energy in that room and the spark. It's got to be exhilarating and exhausting.
It's a special thing, and as a comedian, it's so nice to be around other comedians because you can say a bunch of different stuff, and you're not going to get that shot to the ribs from like your wife or your mom or anybody who's just like, hey, this is a funeral. Maybe we leave the jokes alone.
So you're saying you can turn the filter off a little bit when you're around other comedians?
Turn the filter off, turn the nasty up, whatever you want to say. I'm sorry I said that. I thought I was going to get away with saying something funny. I hated that.
Oh no, it's like 247 The Aristocrats. If you ever saw the film, the doc film. It's high art. The documentary, The Aristocrats, about the dirtiest joke ever told, and everybody's version of it. Oh, it's the greatest insight, really. Wow, that just never ever. It's like every comic to me is like Paul McCartney. He just walks around and there's a what's that song I'm trying to write right now when I'm trying to sleep, but I hear music, and you're just I know everything in real time, and then especially you'll leave here, you'll get in your car, and you'll probably have some ding. There's a bell ringing in the distance for a joke.
Yeah, it's funny the way that works, where you can't turn it off sometimes in a way that is truly, it's a day ruiner. You're gnawing on, writing jokes, you're gnawing on one word. You're like, I know there's a turn of phrase that could make this really work.
Sure.
And then, you're driving and you realize you've been driving for like 15 minutes and you forgot. But there's a lot going on. That's for sure.
It's fantastic. 10,000laughs.com is the website. It starts tomorrow. It's the 23rd through the 25th. All over the area, a bunch of clubs, over, what'd you say, 60, 50 something comics?
Yeah, I think it's probably about 60-ish.
60-ish. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, our buddy Mary Mack, of course.
Mary Mack. And you gotta, the Mary Mac North Star Comedy Hour, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a Prairie Home Companion meets stand-up, meets all this other stuff. And it's Mary Mac, if you know her. She's got this heavy, thick northern Wisconsin. Like she would say she's from the woods. You know, that's how she describes her accent. So it'll just be somewhat this dainty.
Oh, yeah, sure, you betcha. Like
even,
that?
It's a lot of like, oh, hey, oh, no. She's going to hate that.
That's pretty good. You've spent some time working on that one.
But it's awesome. She's one of the funniest comedians. She's on the Tonight Show.
She's great.
And she's bringing in other comedians. So we have like Al Jackson from Chicago, who's also opening for Hannibal Buress. We've got Amber Preston, who's a local favorite, who lives in LA now, who's going to come in and be like part of these shows. I've done the show. I can't really even explain it other than you have to be there. I remember Mary gave me like the rules and like the breakdown for the show. She's like, and don't forget, you need to practice with your pink recorder. I'm like, Mary, I don't have a pink recorder. What are you talking about? And she's like, check your mailbox. And she like mailed me a recorder for the show. And not a euphemism. I did literally have to play the recorder for the show. It was awesome.
Absolutely. Ben Katzner's in studio with us. We're talking 10,000 Laughs Comedy Festival. So what is your actual role? You're like the major domo of this thing. You're the maitre d'. What are you? How do we describe your efforts here?
They call me Pig Boy. That's what
Is that on a business card or?
Yeah, I'm having that printed out. No, so this is my second year as one of the co-producers of the fest.
Okay.
I'm also a stand-up comedian on my own.
Sure.
And I've been in part of this fest as a performer, and now being on the back end trying to get all the moving pieces to fit together it's really interesting and really fun. So I'm going to be helping run venues. I'm helping comedians with things they need. If you're an audience member and you're like, hey, where do I go? What do I do? Whatever. You can come find me, talk to me. There's a few of us, and we're boots on the ground, just like trying to make sure everything goes smoothly, which I'll tell you right now, that's never happened in the history of the festival, but I'm there to put out any fires that come up.
This is the kind of event where if everything did run smoothly, everybody would probably say, okay, we're done. That's it. We get it. We can all stop doing this every year now.
100%.
Boy, yeah, I'm looking at the schedule again. So many people in so many spots. But the good news is whatever your schedule is, you can find time to go see some great comedy over the next 3 days.
There are so many shows. I mean, we have probably, starting on, let's say, Thursday, we've probably got at least 3 shows every day, way more than that during the weekend. So whether you want to watch your comedy at 4 p.m. or 9:30 p.m., you want to break in between, you want to hit the whole thing like a psychopath, whatever you want, we are here to make you laugh this weekend. So come out to one of the shows.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Remind me, you're from?
I'm from Albany, Minnesota.
Albany. Okay, I knew it was small town.
Yeah. I don't know that I can talk about this on the radio yet, but my mom told me that I might have been, so I'm adopted, and she told me that I might have been the first interracial adoptee in Stearns County. I just found this out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm breaking news on this. Yeah, I borderline integrated the county I grew up in, so that's how small the town is, if you were curious.
So that was easy and fun all the time?
Yeah, that was great. And she just told me, just flippantly over coffee, she's like, there was a center that tried to block your adoption. You remember that? I'm like, no, you never told me that. Yeah. You never told me
Probably
that.
better not to raise you knowing someone out there didn't want me here.
Yeah, but you know what? I will say a lot of good people. That's where, I mean, all my friends are like very funny that I grew up with. And so I feel like that's where my sense of humor comes from, is that fish out of water kind of thing.
Is mom funny?
You know, she would say so.
You don't think she is, though?
She's such a nice woman. She's such a good person. She has a good soul. Hasn't made me laugh in at least 25 plus years, but good lady.
Shots fired.
Hey, man.
Fired.
Everybody's got their own bag of tricks, you know?
Absolutely.
So sometimes the people who keep the screws tight aren't that funny. You know?
She's a good storyteller. That's what I will say. She knows how to spin a yarn.
And that's a gift.
And she reinvented a town, so to speak.
She really she reinvented a lot of my backstory. I'll tell you that. I've learned a lot about myself in the last couple weeks. Can you tell it's on my mind? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. Well, there's comedy gold to be mined from that experience.
Absolutely, and that's what the whole festival is about too. Is like there's going to be a lot of people sharing their experiences.
I think so you're a kid. So just to paint a real simple picture, you're a black kid in a white family in a white town. You have to have an inherent sense of a little detachment to see the humor and the absurdity in every single moment of your life, almost.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like
career on it.
Well, it's like they said, like, hey, if we adopt this kid, he's probably a good chance he'll grow up a comedian. Because how could you not have a different view of things?
I'm guessing comedian was pretty low on their list of hopes for me.
Well, it wasn't a conscious, deliberate thing, but looking back.
They should have known better. I think they were aiming for like doctor or lawyer or whatever, and then they're like, all right, we'll settle for he's stayed out of jail mostly.
Yeah, right.
So that's fine.
Mostly. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
I've been to jail a couple times, but that was I was working. I was covering something. I used to work at a newspaper, so I had to be in prison before. Stuff
all
like
right.
that.
Too have been to a state penitentiary.
There we go.
Playing basketball against inmates.
Now that's
How about that? Oh yeah.
What's
the Kentucky State Pen in Eddyville, Kentucky. Not a pleasant environment. And I was just young enough to go, yeah, let's go. I don't care. And got in there. Oh yeah.
Like they don't have enough guys in there that
it was like you know what it was. Well, so my basketball my assistant basketball coach, the young cool coach.
Yeah.
He knew a guy there, and he was a big part of the basketball community. And so, so certain inmates, it would be like a treat. For good behavior, your reward would be you could play against people from the outside, meaning people that don't have shivs in their socks. Like just play against good basketball. Like so, they had these guys that all played, and one of the things they would be rewarded with, I don't know all the details, but they would just play outsiders. And so it was 4 high school seniors and our assistant coach, and we drove up a few different times, and these guys were so thrilled to play basketball, just pick up ball against other guys who weren't also inmates.
Wow.
They treated us great. If there'd be hard fouls, but they would, are you okay? Are you okay? Everybody cool? And they'd help you up, and they were so thankful. And then they wrote letters to our school saying to thank us for coming. Wow. And then one of them had a bit of an attraction to one of my teammates, and then we had to stop going. But that's a whole story for another day. But it did. But we went 3 different times, and it looked like Shawshank. It was old. The Kentucky State Penitentiary, if you Google it, it's an old limestone castle on a river. It looks terrifying, and it was.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, but I look back, what a cool thing that we were doing when you just didn't think about how cool things were.
I was going to ask you what's the craziest thing that you heard someone say that you can say on radio, but I feel like you kind of answered that question.
It was pretty good. It's good. And actually with my a couple siblings and my mom, we were part of a local theater group, and we also went and performed at that prison one time.
Okay.
Like some show tunes.
You are the most interesting person.
That's
why am I here?
No, I was a kid and I didn't know I could say no. That's what that means. That was just the adults were hopping in a car.
Everybody's wondering, did you guys win?
No, God, they killed us. Oh. No, they could hoop. These were adults.
Yeah.
We were all 17.
Okay. All right.
No.
That's how we get better, though. That's how we get better.
That's right.
It's the oldest sports adage ever. To get better at your respective sport,
it's very true.
Go play inmates.
Yeah, that's what Yeah, I think that was like Newt Rockney or somebody.
If you want to get better at telling jokes, hang out around real comedians. That's
what's
for
funny?
The next 3 days, there's a great opportunity for young comedians, wannabe comedians. You want to be at this festival.
That's right.
Yeah.
I do want to say I have friends who have done like prison comedy shows.
Yeah.
So that's just the thing I guess we're all doing. We're just like,
right.
We got to get our reps in. Where do you want to go? The penitentiary's open or whatever. So
sure.
So you're not alone in that. I've never done that because I truly I don't want to punish these guys any more than they've been punished. But
understandable.
That's so funny that's such a relatable experience for so many different people.
Sure.
Some of them probably deserve your bad jokes, though.
Boy.
No.
Okay. All right.
How dare you? I would rather them have the death penalty than have to listen to my stuff.
No, I could just see it. You go in, you do a set, you give them 15, 20 good solid minutes, and then the warden goes, hey, thanks for coming. You got 10 extra minutes? I want to take you over here. And you go into a room, and there's these guys, and they're like, no. So, no, yeah, you earned it.
They're chained to the chair, and they have to sit and listen to Ben tell jokes.
My big fear would be that I'd be like, all right, everybody, good show. And we're all leaving. And then the warden just puts an arm out and stops me. They're leaving. What you did here, you criminal. Yeah.
We just got off the phone with the governor. You're not going anywhere. Ben KATZNER, it's great to see you again, man. You know you're always welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. This is an incredible show. I really appreciate it. And check out the festival this weekend.
10,000laughs.com. Get on board. Right now, Ben, Paul, Ryder, it's time for headlines.
All right, let's do it. Giordano's, a pretty amazing Chicago deep dish style pizza chain, is about to open a new location at the Mall of America. You'll be able to find their pies, third floor by Bubblegum Shrimp. You ever done bubblegum shrimp?
No, I'm not allowed in there legally anymore.
Oh. What about Rainforest?
Probably for the best.
Rainforest Cafe's across the aisle. Can you go there?
Yeah, that one. I actually work there every day, so yeah. I'm there.
A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that Ben reminds us, an indictment is not the same as a prosecution.
That's true.
Also, Ben also reminded us before we went on the air that Giordano's Chicago style is not pizza.
That's right.
It's pie.
It's a thing.
What do you call it then, Ben?
It's an experience. That's what I would call it.
Right.
Hey, you want some pizza? No, I want some warm experience. Slop that on a plate and let me eat that.
Yeah.
No, give me 6 pounds of gut rot. That's what that is. It's so good, though. Ira Cavelli, he is O.J. Simpson's former bodyguard, claims to have an audio recording of the late football star confessing to the 1994 murders. Avelli, 58 years old, claims that Bloomington, Minnesota police have had a thumb drive that contained the confession recording. Investigators said they never found it. The thumb drive was one of 6 seized as evidence in an assault investigation involving Avelli in 2022. Everything's very, very murky here, but I hope we get more because it's
so there was he was being investigated. It was they were going after Avelli, this guy. They picked up 6 thumb drives, and now he's claiming one of them actually had OJ confessing to the murders.
I think that's the case.
Okay,
this is freaky.
It is. It's all just really bizarre. And my thing is, it's like if you had this, wisen it out.
Right.
It's been 40 years almost?
30.
30 years, yeah. Thank you. No, thank you.
31 since the murders, 30 since the verdict came down. Sure.
Who's counting?
Exactly.
I was in my 30s or late 20s when all that went down, so I remember it like it was yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
I picture you having one of those calendars like they have in like a warehouse where it's like 0 days since an incident. You're like 0 days since O.J. Simpson's killed his wife.
It's a curse.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not trying to get in trouble. I don't want to get wrapped up by the
He
police.
allegedly only killed 2 other humans in his life.
Yeah.
We know about those too. It's alleged that there's not more.
Right. Billy Idol's song White Wedding was inspired by the concept of a shotgun wedding, with the idea of his sister being pregnant at her wedding, sparking the darker theme of the song. Idol explained that the song also reflects his own career restart at the time, adding a personal touch to the lyrics. The taboo nature of getting pregnant out of wedlock in the past was another significant inspiration for the song's theme. Idol also hinted at some incestuous undertones in the song, suggesting a complex and unconventional character in the lyrics.
I know it's been 40 years, but I'm going to take the lid off Pandora's box now.
Yes.
Why? Yeah, why is he?
Billy.
Yeah.
Was he being investigated by Bloomington police or something
Yeah, I
as
think
well?
he probably
Why
was.
is he telling people this?
I will say, and I hate to, go back and try to rewrite songs for people that have big hit songs, but it would have been pretty badass if it was like a nice day for a shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
That would have been.
That would have
been pretty righteous.
Boom.
Yeah. You know what I used to do is I used to walk up behind people and go, "It's a nice day for a wet willy," and I'd stick my finger in their ear after I'd soaked it in my own saliva. A wet willy, you know what I mean?
That's why I can't go to bubblegum shrimp.
That's exactly right.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
And you probably know, like me, that never goes over well.
No.
Yeah, just lick your finger, get spit on it, and shove it right in someone's ear. They really look at you differently after that.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'll pass.
It happens.
So we got word yesterday of a United flight taking a shot to the windshield, and it, in fact, shattered one of the layers of the windshield on a United flight. They speculated it was maybe space junk. Now experts are saying that the object that hit this United flight was a weather balloon. That's what they're saying.
Come on, man.
CEO of Windborne Systems, John Dean, is talking about it.
So given our flight telemetry data, it appears likely to us that it was a windborne balloon that struck the plane. Or rather, the plane flew into a windborne balloon.
Nice save there.
Yeah. The plane flew into a balloon, which we launched, and it's ours, and it was right there in the path of a passenger jet with 130 people on board.
And this guy
the word you're supposed to say is "my bad." Dude, keep your balloons out of the jet stream, would you?
Yeah,
It's a weather balloon. You know what the weather is up there? It's cold.
Crazy.
It's 35,000 feet off the ground. I don't even know what that. I know what the temperature is out there. Cold as hell.
2-pound balloon shattering a layer of windshield on a passenger plane.
Yeah.
We can't still be using the weather balloon excuse. It's 2025. What are we doing here? Let's just say what it is. Like, why weather balloon is crazy. You know that's just gonna make all of us paranoid. I'm putting tinfoil on my head right now. I'm like, that was aliens. They came here from the future. They hate United. We got to take United down for some reason. I'm panicking already. I wish you went to. I can't believe you brought this up.
I'm a big
Might have to find a
fan
bunker.
I'm a big fan of just setting
My
all
bad.
those rabbits loose like that. Yeah, we'll never corral that train of thought back. That's great.
If you're listening to this, start saving food, get toilet paper, find
There
a
you
safe
go.
place. We got to get out of here. Weather balloons are attacking.
I'm sorry I brought it up, Ben.
Thank you.
Please don't give me a wet willy.
Last night, the WNBA kicked off the 25-26 season. The defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder they beat Houston at home in double overtime.
Wow, that's
nice
a
way
hell
to
of a
start the
start.
season.
Yeah.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the most divisive superstar I can remember. People either love or hate the way that guy plays basketball. I'm in the former camp. As an old guy, he looks like he could play in any era and dominate. My son likes him. All of his friends hate him. It's funny. Like a lot of people I hate all those mid-range jumpers. Yeah, it used to not just be threes. Used to be a well-rounded game. Get off my lawn.
So what do they want? They want him to take it to the hole or what?
I think they just had been to Oklahoma City and didn't have fun, which I can certainly relate to that. The Warriors also beat the Lakers by 10 last night. Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, LeBron James. You know, the same old guys. They're still playing. LeBron's going to play till he's 60, apparently. But tonight it's really when it matters because the Timberwolves tip off in Portland at 9 p.m. Central. I'm looking forward to that. Anthony Edwards is on the questionable list with back spasms.
Bummer.
Man, back spasms are not fun.
Why do we have to do that?
But if you want to talk about something that is fun, Anthony Edwards, in yet another one of his online YouTube channel award shows, you know he likes to give out his own awards. Why wait for the Oscars or the Emmys or the Tonys? Just have the Ant Awards.
Is it the Believe That? Is that what it is? Believe That?
It's a what?
The Believe That?
Yep, the Believe That Awards. He's added one. He's calling it the Legacy Award, and he was able to meet and present an award online to his favorite actress of all time. Of course, that would be the young at the time, Mara Wilson from the movie Matilda.
Yes. Hey, y'all, this is a special moment for me. Of course, I had to get a first Believe That Legacy Award to my favorite actress, Matilda, that goes by Miss Mara Wilson. Congratulations. You know, I'm a big fan of yours, so keep going.
Hello.
What's happening? I'm your biggest fan.
So
I am
here.
your biggest fan. That's all I got to say.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. This is crazy.
That dude is just giddy.
He is as giddy as it gets, and I love that he said Matilda, who goes by Mara Wilson, as opposed to Mara Wilson, who played a part known as Matilda.
Right?
Come on, how can you not love Ant-Man?
I know.
It's impossible.
No.
He's just he's like a child. You know what I mean? Like in a good way.
Yeah, there's something where it's like his favorite movie being Matilda is like, oh, is that when you stopped like watching movies and reading things? Like I do love that, but I'm like, no other, no like Matrix, no like Avengers,
You know what?
nothing.
You know what he said before? The reason he loved that movie as a little kid, he goes, because I know that women are powerful, and this movie showed a very powerful little girl at a very young age.
Okay, so I'm a jerk. All right.
No,
That's a good point.
Just
That's
saying.
valid.
No, but I think you're also right though. He probably saw Matilda, and then that was the end of movies for him, and it was all jump shots after that, and he didn't have time.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I like. I want my guy
Coming in to
the
save
gym.
you.
Yeah, thank you so
No
much.
more wet willies.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy will be, much like all of us here, watching the Vikings on Thursday night play football. He is the emergency third stringer still, as Max Brosmer is the backup and Carson Wentz is your starter for tomorrow night's Thursday night football game against the L.A. Chargers.
He can't. He's the emergency third stringer who can't play?
Well, he could play if need be.
You think
He's
so?
just not. He's not at 100%. I mean, a high ankle sprain again.
Throw Xavier Scott by under center if we have to.
They probably would do that. It would make more sense to do that.
Yeah.
That's basically all the sports worth talking about. I did see that Rocco Baldelli gave an interview, and he was like, "Hey, I had a great time up there. It was awesome."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He's not worried.
You did? Really? That was
There
good.
was a time, I'm sure.
Yeah,
there were
I guess so.
good times, I'm sure.
New Richmond, Wisconsin.
I got a direct quote from our people in New Richmond.
This is crazy!
There it is.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. We used to crush them at marching band.
Attaboy.
I don't know, I'd brag about that.
That's a flex.
Man.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
We've been talking about a lot of words that exist in English, and we just don't use them nearly enough. And man, oh man, did we get a bajillion text messages with all of our favorite words today.
Ben, does Ben have one?
Ben, what do you got, brother?
Okay, so one that I really like is flummoxed. How about
Sure.
Flummoxed?
Flummoxed is solid.
Yeah.
We actually got that one. That
really?
Came in on the text?
Flummoxed. Yeah, that
Sure
did come in. Yeah, nice
Ben,
work.
can you use flummoxed in a sentence?
Yeah, I can. Can I use it correctly? No, but I'll try.
Right.
I am absolutely flummoxed by your behavior right now. Will that work? Do you think that works?
Works
And
in so many situations.
There you go.
And you know what? I'd kind of like to put a spin on it and say I'm absolutely flummoxed by you right now.
What did I do?
Just for fun.
What did I do?
Just spinning the way you pronounce the word I'm saying. Flummoxed. Flummoxed sounds like a torture. Flummox him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Luther Westside Volkswagen text line, like you said, lit up. Ryder's dad chimed in with
what's Dad got?
Calipigian?
Calipigian. I'm not sure how you pronounce that.
How does the lady say it?
Let's get him on the horn.
We can find out right here. Calipigian.
Okay.
Calipigian. That's
Which
good.
means?
What does it mean? Yeah.
Hold briefly. Use it at the beach. He uses it at the beach often. I was looking up the pronunciation.
I can tell you what it means.
Definition.
It's an adjective.
Having a well-shaped buttocks.
That's it.
Thanks,
wow.
Dad.
Well-shaped buttocks.
Wow. All right.
It's good to have family.
That's right.
To say someone is Calipigian, that's to me, I would assume you're saying they're basically reptilian or something like that.
My first thought went to feet.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Okay.
Pigeon toed.
Yes.
Sumptuous is another one we got. Very rich, elaborate, or luxurious.
Yeah, that'll work.
That's a good one that makes me think about deep dish pizza.
Ooh.
Yeah, right?
There you go.
Sumptuous pizza. Here's one that I'm not sure where Ben stands on this. Ryder, Steve, you're not going to like this at all. A teetotaler. That's someone who abstains from alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
Like beer, wine, and spirits.
It sounds like what I want it to sound like. I already know that I don't want to hang out with a teetotaler just by that word coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, in fact, that's one way we could describe Ryder, an anti-teetotaler.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Or I think of myself as a me-totaler at times.
Oh,
very,
no.
very different.
Can you say that on air?
Settle down, Steve. Hey, listen, man, there's a lot of downtime in a day.
How about verboten?
Oh, yeah.
Verboten.
Verboten.
That's a classy
Forbidden,
word.
German.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Ben Katzner is a part of the 10,000 Laughs Comedy Festival. If you go to 10,000laughs.com, you can get all the information. Tomorrow, tomorrow's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 60 some odd comics at a bunch of spots all over town. Ben, best of luck with the festival.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you for having me. Please come to the fest. Come say hi to me if you've heard me on here. Let's talk. I'll try to get you some free tickets. I don't know. Can I say that?
You just did.
It's too late now.
It's out there now.
You
It's been
qualified
verboten.
it with try, so you're good.
There it is.
Thank you for always bringing in the positive spin, man. Your energy's alwa's up when you're in here.
That's what I'm here for.
We like it.
I'm not just pretty. I'm a good hang.
You are pretty, though.
Thank you.
All right. Here's your last word for the day.
Lay it on me.
A gentleman named Robert Cheeseborough. Cheeseborough.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go back to 1859. He was a chemist. He was at an oil field in Titusville, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And he saw a residue that was being used. They called it rod wax. It had to be periodically removed from oil rig pumps. And the oil workers had been using it to heal their cuts and burns.
Oh, no
And
way.
he was like, took this rod wax back to his lab in Brooklyn, extracted the usable petroleum jelly, and said, hey, I just invented something. I'll call it Vaseline.
That's nuts.
And he invented Vaseline, and he got the patent for it, and he started selling it and making a fortune. And to prove that it was a miraculous discovery, he ate a spoonful of it every day of his life.
Oh.
And at some point in time, he came down with a little something called pleurisy, which is a swelling of the linings of the lungs. And he told the doctors, I don't need any medical help. I'm just going to swath my whole body in Vaseline. And he recovered.
What?
And he kept eating
Did
it.
he?
And he lived to be 96 with a spoonful of Vaseline every day.
Oh, man.
Which just goes to show, when there's $1 to be made, believe in your product. But for the rest of us, don't eat Vaseline.
No, don't eat Vaseline.
I know everyone's expecting to hear, yeah, and he died of Vaseline. No, he lived to be 96. He's
Good
doing
for
great.
him.
His poo-poos probably came out real slick and easy, though, huh?
I just don't think it would work for anybody but him. And I don't want to talk about Vaseline poop if it's okay with you.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.